Planters Bank was founded in 1946 by farmers and business owners because they needed a community bank that knew them and understood their business. A lot has changed since then, but Merchants and Planters Bank is still employee-owned and operated, and we're still committed to knowing and understanding the needs of every customer we serve. Great rates, fast turnarounds, and experienced local bankers ready to work for you. That's why you should choose Merchants and Planters Bank. Stop in any of our 12 locations or contact us at mnpbank.com.
Unity Health Player of the Game is Kylan Kratt. Kylan in double figures. I don't remember exactly how many, 12, 14, 16. You win a basketball game where on the defensive end we had to make some stops right here at the end, 41-40. What was the last time out like in the huddle with Coach? What was he talking about?
He's telling us to keep down from, slipping, backdoor cutting, and trying to get an open shot. So that's what we did. Just came out, tried our best, and then end up shooting a little dumb shot at the end. But
we trailed by 7 at one time. I think our biggest lead may have been 5, but it was just a back-and-forth basketball game. And those guys have a great basketball team, but the Hounds are going to be the one to be playing Mountain View tomorrow night for a championship.
Yes, sir. We're going to go rest up, start over again, come back, hopefully put on the show for the people that's coming out here to watch.
Unity Health Player of the Game is Kylan Kratt. Kylan, we'll see you tomorrow night at 6:30. Coach, come on in here. Subway in the Newport Walmart with the Coach Ty Ferguson. So, Coach, take a hug. I don't know what you told him in the huddle on the last, but I asked Kylan about it. What was your defensive strategy on the last play of the game, which turned into like 2 or 3 shots for them?
On the first breakout, I told him I was going to call a timeout, and so I told our guys to line up in a 2-3 zone, so maybe he would change his strategy and line something up for a 2-3 zone. I'm not sure if he did or not. That looked like a pretty good man set. But we work on guarding blobs a lot, and if you ask me to do a coach's clinic on something that I'm passionate about, it's how we guard blobs, and I'm not going to go into all that there, but similar to if y'all remember the Mountain View game at home where we had to guard 8 blobs in a row, baseline out of bounds is what a blob is for you guys at home. If the game's on the line for anything for us to guard, I want it to be that. And so it just so happened, and I told them that. I boosted their confidence, and I said, we know how to execute in this situation. We know how to finish this situation. It wasn't perfect. I would like to get the rebound off the first shot. But it worked out.
What does it say about these kids, as resilient as they were tonight, And both teams played tremendous defense, a 41-40 game, and that's what you like. You got your goal. You held them to 10. But, boy, I sure am glad that's all they got.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yes, sir.
The Mountain View game last year was 41-40.
That's right.
So I don't know what it is about holding them to 10 points per quarter. We buy into it, and we seem to do a pretty good job at it. I don't know, though, if it was as much resilience as I think we allowed them to be in the game. A lot of just silly stuff. And I really hope the camera couldn't see my sideline antics, because I was going crazy, because they make me want to pull my hair out sometimes. Just some of the, we're not used to being in these kind of tight games, but they came together, man, and we closed it out. I'm just really proud. I can't even formulate that shot looked in to me, and so I'm really shook up right now, but I'm proud of them.
Last thing before you go, we got into some early foul trouble. Pooty got in some foul trouble. Isaiah got in some foul trouble, and it didn't look good. But our kids coming off the bench, I mean, Curry was outstanding. Noah Curtis with 2 big three-pointers at a time when we really need to hit a couple of shots.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd have told me how little Pooty and Money ended up playing tonight, I'd have been really worried coming in. But I think we saw the lineup we had out here may not be our best offensive lineup, but I'd bet my life that it's one of our best defensive lineups we can throw out there. And when Pooty got in foul trouble, I'm going to admit I was worried, but we had dudes step up, and they really, outside the first quarter, we stopped most of their scoring.
You had a lot of last thing. You had a lot of time in the third and fourth quarter where you had 5 seniors on the court.
Really?
Yes. Pooty was not sitting, and Money was over here, and you had 5 seniors, and I thought, well, that's probably guys that have been there before.
That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. I mean, those are the guys that I've spent the most time with. They know when I say something, they know the meaning behind it. Where sometimes your freshmen and your sophomores might let that affect them and get them in their feelings a little bit. The seniors just wipe it off and say, "I got you, coach," and they went and executed, and they won it for us tonight, man. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy for this community and this team, man. Nobody deserves to be in a better position in regionals than the Newport Greyhounds.
Coach, congratulations once again. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6:30 in the finals. And as always, go Hounds. Time for the Two Chicks Forest More Birthday Report, and we thank them for sponsoring the Birthday Report each and every week here on Sports Unleashed. Today, happy birthday to Misty Epperson Breckenridge. She has a birthday on the 20th. On the 21st, Charles Ellis, Lance Sisk. Tiffany Cloud has a birthday, as does Jillian Church, all on Tuesday the 21st. On the 22nd, Susan Harden Morrison with a birthday. Sharon Gates has a birthday also on Wednesday. Thursday's birthdays, the 23rd, are David Black with a birthday. Vaughn Tate has a birthday on the 23rd. Amber Campbell Parker has a birthday. Trey Hurst, Tessa Mann has a birthday. Hannah Henry and Jesse Simmons III, all with birthdays on Thursday. Friday's birthdays, Ken Opper, Brenda Benish, Randy Rogers with a birthday on Friday. Roy Limbert, J.R. Moody, Jason Barber, and Joe Winningham McLeod, all with birthdays on Friday. Also on Friday, David Ferguson, Emily Diane Cole, and Renee Lawson George with birthdays on Friday. Saturday's birthdays, the 25th, my good friend Ben Smith with a birthday. Becky Rushing Head, Tara Harris has a birthday on Saturday the 25th. Jesse McGee. Rockin' Ricky Rowland has a birthday on Saturday the 25th also, and so does Keisha Ames. And happy birthday to Abigail Olvera on Sunday the 26th. Happy birthday to everybody from Cable 15 TV, Facebook Live, Sports Unleashed, and Two Chicks, Florist, and more.
it's another First Community Bank Report with John Bradley, the superintendent of the Newport High School. And John, good to see you again. Big event coming up real soon. We're going to talk about that and talk about other things going on at the school. How are you, my friend?
I am doing very well.
Awesome.
Very busy.
You are very busy. Tell us about this big event we got planned.
We have an event coming up, a big community service event for our kids on February 27th. It's through a company called Pack the Shack. They've done this for lots of schools. It's usually run through FFA programs and things like that. But it's to pack meals to distribute out through, and it basically we'll have the opportunity to decide kind of where that goes in our county.
Okay.
There's only like 10 schools in the state that are put on the list, and you have to meet certain criteria to be able to host one of these events. It's sponsored by a Blue Cross Blue Shield grant, so there's no cost to the school. We just supply the people, basically. So they'll come in on February 27th. The company will come in, and they're going to set up in the old gym. They bring all the things to pack, all the food, all that. They call it a Pack the Shack or a Funnelology 101 party. They do a lot of events for your volunteers. We're running it with our kids. We've got 50 or 60 of our kids that are going to be involved. And the benefit is they'll start at 8 o'clock, and in probably 2 to 2.5 hours, we'll pack 15,000 meals. And so
really?
When we got that news, the first thing I thought is, I'd really like to challenge Jackson County to do that. And but we didn't really want to do it as a challenge, so I just got on the phone and invited them to join us. So
awesome.
Jackson County is going to join us. They're going to send kids through their CTE program that morning. We're hosting the event, but now we're going to be able to pack 30,000 meals in about 2.5 hours. So
unbelievable.
It's a really good program, and we were excited to be invited to take part in it, and then trying to build something that's for our county. So let's get everybody involved, and Mr. Holland at Tuckerman was extremely excited about being involved, and it's kind of funny, he asked me if he drove the bus, could he tour the high school, because he's never been in our old main building. I said, I will personally take you through that building.
Yes, sir.
You'll bring those kids. We want them to be involved, and so they're going to be wearing school colors, and it'll be a good event. We're contacting the news agencies, and it'll be a good thing and a good community event for our kids. Plus, they earn community service hours for doing that, and our kids, if from the 9th grade to the 12th grade, if they earn 75 hours of community service, they can actually count it as a credit towards graduation, and that's something we have really worked on with our students. That's something that kind of plays into your school grade too, and nobody really, it's more than people realize, and so we've really tried to look at it. Last year we probably had 200 or less hours with all our kids. About 2 weeks ago we ran a report, we've got 1,170 hours right now, so we're making huge strides in that area, so we're really proud of our kids and the events they take part in.
Kids giving back to the community is always awesome. Going back to the meals, where do the meals go, and how do we distribute them?
They're distributed out to either food pantries or we've talked to IMAD about possibly being a part of that, and just trying to. And they're kind of meals like where they come in and you weigh things out and then they seal the package.
Right.
So it's kind of like, it reminds me, if anybody's ever heard of or been to Tacos for Life.
Sure, absolutely.
One of my former players started that. A young man named Austin Samuelson that played for me at Valonia High School. That's his business. And he had a place called Pizza for Two at the same time.
Right.
And what they did is for every meal they served, they packed manna packs. And they would send so many manna packs to, third world country or whatever. He's been all over the world now. And he ended up changing everything to Tacos for Life because they could do more. And that's kind of what the program is. We're packing those meals, but we get to decide where they're distributed in the county, so or have an input in that. So they'll go to food pantries and people that will distribute those for us.
Well, John, I want to ask you this, and I just want to talk about the growth in our school and what's going on there, and fun times, because we've got a lot of challenging times ahead, just when you talk about construction and things of that nature, but we are making great strides in improving, number one, our community, number two, our school, and number three, most importantly, we're improving things for our kids. Talk Absolutely. A little bit about that.
We try to have a plan. You try to strategic plan for the future. That's the goal. If you look at our camp, we have a beautiful high school campus, have a very nice elementary school that's only 12 years old, but when you get to our high school campus, and I've always loved that campus, it's right on the lake. I love the way the building looks. in all those buildings, but there are several of them. But the newest building on the campus was built in 1994. So we have a lot of maintenance costs in those buildings because of the age. So we're always trying to look at, and with our numbers growing like they are, and we're hoping continued growth, you try to plan down the road to be able to take those numbers of growth on. And so without having to do something drastic, to ask for more money or things like that. So we're looking at creating space on the campus in any way possible. And there's some things that we're trying to work on that hopefully we'll know more by this spring and the end of the spring and be able to make some announcements about that. I think it'll be great things for our school. It'll allow us to offer more programs to not only our kids but our community as well. We want to keep our facilities as nice as they can possibly be. And like I said, we were talking earlier about Arkansas State University at Newport is adding 2 sports with softball and basketball.
Right.
And we want to be able to, they obviously don't have the facility right now, so we're trying to work something where they can actually play in our gym, and we want to be able to do that with them and work a use agreement. So we're looking forward to a lot of things in the future.
Big things happening at Newport High School. He's the head hound. He's John Bradley. He's the superintendent of our school district. And a Newport Greyhound, class of 1991?
Yes,
class
sir.
of 1991. And as always, go Hounds.
David Black for the greatest Newport Greyhounds. I want to kind of give you an update on where we are as far as the status goes on our page. Let me assure you that we are constantly working on a daily basis to upgrade the page, to get as much stuff posted onto the page that we possibly can, and kind of give you an idea of the enormity of the project. This project's not going to be something that we can finish in a couple of months or even a couple of years. We want it to be an ongoing project that will last for many, many years, where we can have a library as such, a museum as such, that houses, that host all of these great Greyhound moments that we're going to be, hosting all the great Greyhound players, all the people, the personnel, the coaches, the teams, so on and so forth. I do want people to understand this. We're just a little over a month into this deal. And we're going to get to everybody. We're going to get to everybody. We need your help to be patient, number one. I appreciate all the thoughts. I appreciate all the calls. I appreciate all the texts. I appreciate everything that you're doing for us. And I continue to ask you to do more for us. What I need you to do, if you have a great Greyhound moment or somebody that you think needs to be recognized, if you've got a good, clean picture or an article that we can post, send it to me on Messenger. If you want to text it to me, that's fine too. You can, but send me the message by text message. You want to do it on my Messenger page. You can do Messenger. You can even send it to David Black. You can send it to the greatest Newport Greyhounds page. But we're excited about what we're doing. We're excited because we're able to recognize people, events, and look back at our great history. Now, to kind of give you an example of what we've got going on here, I'm going to have to go through 82 annuals, yearbooks, to find memories, to find players, to find events, to find things that maybe we have forgotten about. Our intention is not to forget about anybody. Our intention is to recognize everybody. There's a lot of the great events that happened in my lifetime in the last 65, 66 years. But there was a lot of history way before I was even born that goes back to as early as an annual that I have, 1913. I actually posted a picture earlier of the Newport High School, which I don't even know what street that picture was taken on, but it was in the 1912-1913 annual, which was called the Oriole Annual. And then it later became, just a few years later, became in 1920 what was called the Black and Gold, and it was I think in the 1920 maybe the only annual that I have for the Black and Gold. But then again in 1940, I think maybe 40, 41, 42, I had some annuals there. And then it became the Lakeside. The Lakeside's had, I think, 82 editions. Be patient with us. Send us stuff if you would like. share the post. More importantly, we need to get as many followers as we possibly can. Follow the page, like the page, share the page with your friends, ask them to come like the page. It's imperative that we get this message across to people across the world. We have already done that as such. There are people commenting from literally thousands of different places. And it's an exciting time to be a Newport Greyhound, and I want to be a part of something important. I want to be a part of something that's special, something that we can look back on for years to come and say, it's a pretty good idea, but the most important thing, we want to honor and recognize the great events, the players, the coaches, the teachers, the groups, the teams, and we need your help in doing so. So we'll keep you posted with some video messages along the way, but until next time, for Cable 15 TV and for the greatest Newport Greyhounds, David Black, so long for now. Take this opportunity to thank all of our sponsors on Cable 15 TV, Facebook Live, Sports Unleashed. And that list is long, and we certainly appreciate all of them, or we wouldn't be able to put these programs together. Included in that list is C&M Ag Depot at 2900 Highway 367 North. Farm supplies, hardware, clothing store, power tools, you name it. Before you shop out of town, come see us at C&M Ag Depot. Dia Scrap Metal, buying cars, iron, copper, cans, brass, steel, stainless, electric motors. They buy everything and they pay in real money. Give them a call at 523-3858 for more information. Fletcher Land Surveying. Before you build that fence, make sure you have accurate boundaries. If you don't, you might mess up and have to tear it down. Give Kenny a call at 523-5625. Other sponsors include Fathead Pizza. That's one word and it's all caps. And it's the Hembry Brothers, Joey and Marcus. Great pizza, fresh, hot sandwiches, and the salad supreme that's second to none. You can call your order in at 870-201-1313. They'll have it ready to go. It'll be piping hot when you pick it up. Delta Trailer, been involved for 50 plus years right here in Newport, Arkansas. Dale Lee started this business many years ago in his backyard. And he built one trailer, and then one trailer went to two trailers, and then the third trailer, and then pretty soon it's a multi-trailer business, sending trailers all across the United States and Canada. These guys do it right, and let me tell you, there's no better family in Jackson County than the Eves family. And then also Temp Pro. Ask about financing on new upgrades. Sam and John Laster are the guys. Give them a call at 501-827-3213. White River Health. Caring beyond health care. Until next time, everybody, this is David Black from Cable 15 TV and Sports Unleashed. Thank you. See you next week.